Good morning, everyone. SuperCliff here, and thanks for tuning in on today's brand new episode. Alright guys, we're going to talk about Action Comics' recent event, Leviathan Rising, brought to you by the mastermind himself, Brian Michael Bendis. Wait, hold on, I have to. Bendis is coming! Ah! Sorry guys, I have issues. And this is a pretty cool storyline. Definitely the second best story Bendis is currently writing about, Naomi being the best at this moment. But this story, it definitely brings Bendis' strength when it comes to noir detective style and having Superman be the main character. It's a cool pitch, and it's definitely a situation we don't really see Superman in a lot. So yeah, let's get right into it. Starting with Action Comics 1007. And so this story begins with Jimmy Olsen, who is riding shotgun with a random chick on a motorcycle. And though it seems that Jimmy is on a date with this girl, it's quickly revealed that when the two head indoors to what appears to be an event concert of sorts, it's actually gathering the members from the villainous organization known as Cobra Cult. Now, for those of you who don't know Cobra Cult, don't worry. They're basically DC's version of Marvel's Hydra. You know, those guys who yell, "Hail Hydra," every time? Yeah, those guys. And so as everyone in the room is cheering, "Hail Cobra Cult," Jimmy whips out his camera and starts taking pictures, and it's here when we realize that Jimmy is actually undercover and is trying to spy and provide evidence that Cobra Cult is at large. And it's here where Jimmy's date becomes jaded, calls him a traitor, among other offensive words. Then, as Jimmy makes his escape from the cult, their building suddenly vaporizes, wiping out the group's secret headquarters, as well as anyone trapped inside, and leaving Mr. Olsen totally freaked out. We then follow up with the next day. Jimmy Olsen's napping in Perry White's office, with Perry White questioning why? Why is this kid sleeping in my office? So obviously Perry White kicks out Jimmy Olsen, because Jimmy Olsen's just being weird. We then see Superman, aka Clark Kent, the Daily Planet's Wonder Boy, and he comes across Jimmy Olsen, and Jimmy's just, acting strange, like as if he just saw a bomb go off. And that's because, well, he sorta did. Later on, we see Lois Lane waiting about for her father, Samuel Lane, and what Sam believes to be a nice catch-up with his daughter. It's here where Bendis actually has Lois reveal to her father, who is not a fan of the whole superhero community, that she's married to Superman. And this is pretty cool because this has never been done before, and Bendis just straight up does it. There's no prep time for it at all. It just happens. And mind you, if you guys have read Peter J. Tomasi's Superman, you know that Lois and her father just recently got on speaking terms. So for Lois to drop this bomb on him so suddenly might, cause an impact. And so Sam listens to what Lois has to say, and this dude has nothing to say in response, and he walks away. Kind of shitty of him, but Bendis gets his character right. This is something that Sam would do. Now, we turn our attention to the following day in Atlanta, Georgia, where we see Superman being a hero, waving the fans. Then, suddenly, thanks to fantastic superhearing, Superman hears a cry for help, so then he speeds his way towards the distress calling, and it turns out that it's Amanda Waller, the handler of the Suicide Squad, and a woman who you definitely do not want to cross. So, just in the nick of time, Superman catches Waller, brings her down to ground level, and like I said before, Amanda Waller is someone you do not want to screw with. As a top official in the government agency known as Argus, and leader of Task Force X, she has quite the infamous reputation. Added to that, she's ruthless, she's cold, and she's willing to do anything to get the job done. Essentially, she's a tough cookie. But here's the interesting part. Because of her notorious presence, the fact that someone or something found out where her classified location was, and not only that, threw her out the window of said location, that's pretty big. And given the current situation, Superman is also having the feeling of, holy crap, what's going on? And so he zooms up, tries to see who or what threw Amanda Waller out the window. Then, similar in the way that the Cobra Cult building earlier went down, the Argus building gets destroyed in the same manner by disintegrating right in front of Superman. And after Superman rescues a few people, he's looking for Amanda Waller, and she's nowhere to be found. Continuing on with Action Comics 1008, we see the organization known as the DEO, which stands for the Department of Extra Normal Operations. They're essentially a U.S. government agency that observes metahuman activity, and the organization is led by Mr. Bones. And it's here we see Adam Strange show up reporting for duty, where all of a sudden we see a shadowy figure, kind of resembles the body size of Doomsday, and it's here where Mr. Bones is like, this guy's not one of ours, let's get rid of him. And then, same thing happens, like with Cobra Cult, like with Argus, the DEO building gets disintegrated. And with that, Mr. Bones is extremely pissed off. And it becomes quite clear to us throughout the story that all these secret government agencies, these organizations, are getting wiped out across the globe, one by one by one. Someone is making a clean sweep. And that wraps up today's video. If you guys like my content, please hit that subscribe button, as well as hit the bell symbol, so that the world of comics is never missed out. Peace, guys.